Hi, I'm Grateful Ted. Thanks for being here because I really appreciate it. This week we're in Rome. Yes, the home of the Roman Empire, and there's lots of old stuff here. We're going to go all over the town. We may even do a night tour to show you what it looks like at night. And we're going to be in some churches, and we're going to go to all the big biggies. So stick with us. Come along, have a good time. All right? This is our neighborhood here. I'm not sure if Juliet's going to be up there or not. You can almost see Romeo and Juliet right there. I really think the Trastevere neighborhood is the best place to stay. I don't know Rome that well, but I do know that it's really crowded in the city center. And you can see that that's not the case here. We're just right across the river from city center. It does get a little crowded in the evening as the restaurants serve people.
No. Can we make a reservation? Okay.
And right here is where I had breakfast this morning. It's a cool little bar with the name 404 Name Not Found, which is interesting. This is truly authentic Roman food, interaction, people. It's just great, and they're all very wonderful people. Very nice. Oh! And here you can see the nuns are out of Mass. One of the interesting things about this trip is when we were in Paris, it was the World Rugby Championships going on. Now that we're in Rome, today started the Ryder Cup Championships. Interesting. The Tiber River running through Rome. You can see that partial bridge over there, hundreds, perhaps thousands of years old. So this morning, if you can't tell by the little dot on my chest here, we're on a tour of the Colosseum, the symbol of Rome. So come on, let's go. That's the emperor's box there, and of course he had a secret passage to get to that so he wouldn't have to deal with the people. The entrance to the Colosseum was basically free for anybody, and they got food in here, and it was one of the ways that the emperor kept the populace happy. And of course, the big cats were kept very hungry so that when they threw the Christians to them, they were very aggressive. Those are your basic Colosseum seats for the more royal people. These are lamps that people carried while in the Colosseum to get them out in the evening. Okay, now we're going into the Roman Forum. Let's see what's down there, okay?
The forum active. After that's happened many other times.
So this is the Temple of Vesta, and there was a fire in there all the time. It was eternal flame. Who kept the flame going were these virgins. And these virgins were in their teens, and they had to remain virgins for the whole time they were doing this. And if somebody got mad at them, they would tell somebody else that they weren't virgins, and they would be buried alive. And these Vestal virgins, their face, at first just ghostly, turned a whiter shade of pale. There was a building here in which the Vestal virgins lived. The Temple of Romulus.
I've never been there, but I know that also is a little famous.
Imagine how many people walked on these rocks, which was the road here in the Forum. This was a jail. And at other times it was a church, a basilica. So right now we're at Torre Argentina, and even though it says Argentina, this particular place has a big history in the city of Rome. First of all, for the last several decades, it's been a cat sanctuary, and cats come here, and whatever SPCA is here in Rome helps the cats. They feed them, I believe they neuter them and all of that stuff, and they live in there. But the other thing that is very important about this place is, despite what you think about the Roman Forum, this is where the Roman Senate used to meet, right here. And there's a tree. You can see there's various trees here, but there is a tree, and where that tree is where Mark Antony was assassinated. So let's give it a bigger look. So this tree holds a place, sort of, in history, because at the base of this tree, which wasn't there at the time, that's where Mark Antony was assassinated during the Ides of March. Et tu, Brutus. Circus Maximus. We had a lot of athletic events down here in this arena, and the crowd sat above up here to watch. They also had chariot races here. They would do 7 laps. And that over there is Palatine Hill. I'm told they still hold concerts and other public events here. So this morning we're at Vatican City. We're going to go through the museum, Sistine Chapel, and St. Paul's Basilica, but we can't film in the Sistine Chapel, but we'll give you everything else. So come on, let's go. That's Michelangelo on the left and Raphael on the right. It's the highest dome in Rome, and it's illegal to build anything higher than that, a dome higher than that. Down there is where the smoke comes out to let them know if they have or haven't got a new pope. This is the Emperor Nero. This is the first statue that the Vatican got. This is statue number 1. It's how everything started here, art-wise. Statue is described by the artist during the Nero era as the most beautiful statue ever created. This is Roman Emperor Claudius. He's the first Roman emperor. These are 400 years old. And all of these on this side are created by Raphael. These now are 500 years old. Although it looks like that's 3D, it's a 2D painting with the shadows making it look 3D. Is one that shows Mark Antony being assassinated during the Ides of March. This was all done by the artist Raphael. So we were able to do the museum at here in Vatican City, but we couldn't, as I mentioned before, we couldn't film the inside of the Sistine Chapel. We think we might be going to St. Peter's, but it's currently 84 degrees out, and if it's a long line where it's an hour or longer wait, I just don't think we're going to be able to do that. So if you see the inside of the church, you knew we were able to do that, okay? But if not, that's Rome. I hope you had a good time here in Rome. If you liked what you saw, please give it a thumbs up. Consider commenting down below whether you liked it or not, and have you been here in Rome and done some of these things? If you'd like to help support the channel, I need to get back some of the equipment that was stolen in Paris. Hit that thanks button and make a small donation if you'd like. In any case, we're off to Florence tomorrow, so we'll see you next week in Florence.